You shot me this image that I'm going to try to get up as you're talking about the 31% increase on June 8th to PSA grading. Is that the panic spike that we discussed last week? The 1.6 million panic spike? Is that what you think that is?
Well, it's actually items graded. So to me, this shows right like the spike came in obviously because it was the last time for the value submissions to get in, but they had to still grade, right? Because how we just talked about population report, that's how they judge it, right? When those numbers, if there's a million out there, and then now there's 1,100,000, like they know that 100,000 been added. So to see a huge increase like this, it shows me a couple things. One, it shows that they have hopefully either hired more people to start grading, and getting cards through the system, or they've started actually incorporating whatever AI tech they were talking about previously when they were at their, glad handing convention. So, yeah, so it's a large number. It's nice, but also if you still break this up and you say a 10 million card backlog, even at this rate, you're looking at only 200,000 to 225,000 cards per month. Like it is going to take a year, right? Like
Yeah, to catch up.
do not expect your cards back for 12 months. Um,
Is that
and
what they're telling when you submit now? Is that
no,
what's the
it's,
number?
I think the number is pushed to like 8, because
So
they
8
like,
months?
yeah, I think it was, cause it was like about when they originally did the first bump, it was like 7 months. So like, that's what we were talking about is you would not get a rookie back in the same season that they're a rookie. So I think now at this point, you can probably safely assume that unless they hire more people to chip away at this, which they could do, um, that's kind of where we're at. And I think this, you go down this list, it's PSA, CGC saw a bump of 18% up at 157. Beckett's at 40,000, which is down 15%. SGC is only up 7% at, 8,800 cards graded. So that falls right in line with what you were just
The
showing at
murder?
all the, yep. And then rounding up the bottom is Tag at 4.9. So 4,900 cards. They lost 81% from the last year or from the last week. So that one is a little bit more interesting to me because I'm trying to figure out what's going on there. If something internally is happening, right, and graders are maybe leaving. Maybe we saw such a huge increase with PSA. Maybe PSA is trying to poach graders from any and everybody that they can because they have experience already.
Yeah.
Like maybe they're like, hey, we will pay a little bit more now to take care of it. Or I know that Tag was looking to expand, right? So this could be their shift to a larger facility where at that point they have to upload to get a machine online and get everything and processes running. Like you might see a low trickle for a couple weeks and then a big
Yeah.
boom. But it's just really interesting to, sit here on the side and imagine, what's going on. Are we in the midst of a grading war, right? It's almost like, hey, these people over here that can grade have what I want, and I'm going to pay them more money to come over here. It's kind of like any corporate job in that sense, right? You start to get the skill set that you need, and you can just jump back and forth between 2 or 3 companies constantly and
Yeah.
just get a pay hike.
Yeah, just keep bouncing back, get your signing bonus, your reload, do it again in 2 years or whatever the number is. Yeah, that tag number was a little staggering. I am interested to see what that's about. Is there any speculation on the Reddits? Did you see anything there? I
Yeah,
didn't.
just some of the same issues that were brought up, right?
Yeah.
Is it new facility? Could there be internal rifts and people are just fed up? Or, I think there was a joke going around that it's like, well, I guess their one imaging guy was sick last week. And it's like, I get it. It's a smaller company. It's not PSA levels, but at the same time, PSA should have never allowed this to happen,
No, they
or
shouldn't.
collectors should have never allowed it to happen because they had the money to establish main points across the US with, not everyone is going to be a grader that lives in the greater vicinity of LA or in Florida, right? Or even maybe up in Delaware if they pull some stuff from there. But uh, I don't know, you're just missing out at this point. And it comes back to some of the videos that we had where they're all like laughing at you because you're still submitting, you know? And even the people that transfer over and say, I'm going to spend the $80 to put it through. We are now at that point where if they still get cards, and if we see last month or this next month, like, hey, we only chipped away at 1 million cards, but we now have 12 million in the backlog. That means 2 million people submitted an $80 grade. You know, which is
Yeah,
great.
it's wild, man.